I was literally 2 seconds away from going to sleep, but I did want to make sure I checked in on everyone who may see this, as well as with myself. I have Monk in the background. It's the series am revisiting. It's comforting, and him being so OCD is entertaining. Obviously, I'm about to go to sleep, wash my face and everything. Took a million vitamins, all of that. Massage my skin. Been drinking a lot of sugar lately, so I'm binging a lot of water to kind of help flush it out. I'm going to the track in the morning, so yay. I've been doing really good as far as like constant exercise. It's not always like the track. This week, as you guys know, I took chair and lap dancing class. I learned a dance to Beyonce's Rocket, and I felt really self-conscious about it, but then I had to like kind of like I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed the class. I think I did pretty well. Um because the class, I mean, the time slot is an hour, but honestly, you're learning maybe 40 minutes, and I haven't danced in a long time, and I certainly haven't danced this particular way. And so, and this is only like my second class. So, I did good. With that, I was like, I'm embarrassed. It's good and it's not good. Like, I learned all the moves, and I'm pretty sure if you gave me another hour, I would have had like something really good for you. But it was fun, and there was a lot of core work. I felt that the next day, which was good. Um, but today, I went to work. Today was a weird day for me. I was just stressing out about a lot of stuff. I started off fine, tired. It turned into me stressing about like things, certain things, not even emotionally, just more like it's like I'm making progress and I'm doing well, but then you get caught up on something like this moment, the thing that's stressing me out today about my life. Even though, like, and tomorrow is going to be a better day. Monday is going to be a great day. So those problems will be less significant, but today it just kind of sucks. And that's okay. And so when I catch myself, because I can see, like, it's something, it sucks that it's familiar, but it's familiar enough that when I catch it, it's about reprogramming my mind. So I guess this is how I'm trying to avoid, like, not even debilitating depression, but even like, because it's a scale, because it could be something that really does, like, kind of bum you out and bring you down to the point that you, like, lose interest in doing much. So, I had to check myself before I went too far down a spiral about something that I know is only temporary too, which is crazy or good. Crazy, but good, because it means that I can't necessarily tell yourself what to feel all the time, but it's good that I can catch it and that I'm working on a way to cope. So it's like a trigger and how to deal with it after you realize that it's there. So that's healthy, I would think. Um, and it's crazy because, like, even outside of that, like, moments after that, like, while I'm still in kind of recovery mode, if I felt it under the surface, but something good ended up happening. I ended up being contacted by this mortgage company I've been really looking into, and I really love them. And I do want to give more information about that later, but it's still too new for me to feel comfortable. And for where I'd like to be in my journey, they seem to be checking a lot of boxes. And if it works out, then I mean, I'm big on this is a company I know for the real estate services. Excuse me. As an agent, I provide people who don't have a lender. Then this will be a company I could say I've worked with myself also, and present them with another option, which I think this is going to be great. I think I love them, but we are just getting started. We only had our first conversation today. We have a lot to cover, and I know I asked him a million questions. There were things I knew of that I brought to his attention. There were things he knew of. They seem to be able to work with all of my requests, I'm not picky, but I know what I want. I know what my situation is. I know what I want to be able to, like, what I can afford. I know all of those things, and I want to know that I'm taken care of. I'm not a bitch. Actually, I know I'm particular, but I'm actually pretty easy to work with. I just want to know that we have good communication, because overall, when it comes, and I've worked in customer service too. So, like, besides this, not knowing the answer to the question is not the problem. My problem is not communicating with me, or not being willing to find the answer to the problem, if that makes sense. Okay, so with all that being the case, spent some time out with my mom. We ended up having a good time, but it kind of crunched in on like plans I had later in the day. So now I gotta rush. Today, my best friend's birthday is actually on Tuesday, but I took her out today. I love her. She lives in Richmond, and we went out there. We had a great dinner at this beautiful restaurant, which I love. Another place for me to file away for another trip to Richmond. And that's another reason. Like, we did this last year. I love going to Richmond because it's not DC, but it kind of gives me DC energy. And I've always liked when I go to DC. So, like, and I like places, I like the architecture. I like that it's kind of old, kind of new. Like, things are kind of trendy, but they have like old Coca-Cola bottle factories, and like the tobacco factory is now a beautiful restaurant, all brick. There's just something about like old buildings for me. That we went to a beautiful restaurant, so now that restaurant is on my list of places that I can vouch for and that I know to go to in the future in Richmond. We enjoyed some happy hours, and it was a Mediterranean restaurant. Great food, great service. Yeah, and I just realized, I talk to literally anyone. I'm literally talking to y'all. I will literally talk to anyone. Like, even while I'm there with my friend, I had to run over to the bar, and I met like two random people at the bar, and they're like, "Oh, I love what you're wearing." I'm like, "Girl, I love what you're wearing. I saw when you came in. I love it." And then the guy's like, "Oh, I love your hair." Like, he had like his own dread situation going on, or locks. And I was like, "Boo, I'm just trying to be more like you." Yo, it's really crazy. I love that I meet people, and I love that I'm able to, like, I really can connect to a lot of people. And it's crazy because I'm a people person, but I also really value my alone time. So it's a weird balance for me. But I also can connect to a lot of people, but I'm also very particular about a lot of things personally. It's a it's a combination. People are complex, and so am I. So we had that. We even talked about like the possibility of eventually in the future moving to Richmond. I love Richmond. There's an appeal to it that I do enjoy, and it's not like it's big a leap to DC. Plus, I have friends who already live in Richmond. I have a support system here, of course, but I'm considering my new future, and Richmond is not out of the question. There's great real estate opportunities in Richmond too. I can still work in Richmond. My small business operates in Richmond right now. So, and there's not a lot of new developments coming up. There is an opportunity for more money in Richmond. So, it's something I'm not dismissing yet. It might be on my 2 to 3 year plan, because we're in a transitional phase still. But yeah, I'm glad I got myself out of a potentially dark place today. Um, and I love her. I love my friend. I love my best friend. I've known her since elementary school. Mm. I love my friends. I've had some really low points, and I've lost some friends, but what I've realized lately is, and it's not something that a lot of people have. Some people have harder times making friends. Some people aren't authentic. Some people are just bitches or dicks and they can't make friends or they don't make friends because they're not good people, not likable. But through it all, I've realized over this past week, even like getting my nails done, like I have a real relationship with people. I build real relationships with people. And I love that. So while I have to make friends and it sucks because it's awkward, that's that part of me that's awkward. It's awkward. It makes me feel uncomfortable. Like trying to make friends, putting myself out there is awkward sometimes, but I push myself to do things that make me uncomfortable. So now making friends, uncomfortable, awkward, pushing myself to do it. But I realized talking to my nail tech, who I'm cool with, we are cool. We gonna go out soon, actually. We were talking about next weekend. Being reconnected to an old coworker this week, chatting up those people at the bar, chilling with my girl Leah for her birthday. And I'm like, you have everything you need to build a new life, build new relationships, build great relationships. And I love that. I hope this is something someone else can see in themselves, but this is me reflecting on myself. I can relate to a lot of people. I have a lot of empathy for a lot of people, a lot of understanding. I don't I'm not easily intimidated by people. I am not afraid to give compliments. I'm not intimidated by other beautiful women. I appreciate beautiful women. I appreciate beautiful men. I appreciate all the people. Um and I can talk about everything and I can talk about nothing. And I love it. So, point is I love my friend. I love her. Today was a weird day. I'm glad I'm not in that space. And I really am able to bring things to my best friend. She's always been like mentally where she is now. She's always been that way. Even from a younger age. She's also, and it makes me think like you've already been so far ahead in your thought process compared to myself. I mean, I have my own abilities and my own things I bring to the table, obviously. But she is open to so many conversations and she has been so wise and open-minded and progressive in her mindset for almost as long as I've known her. She's just growing into it. Like her age is starting to match kind of her mindset, but she's like been this way since high school, middle school. So yeah. Yeah, I actually need to hit up her sister soon. Her sister's putting together some stuff for me. Oh my god, my son finally fell asleep. Thank you, gosh. Yeah, so found a new spot in Richmond. I may look at real estate in Richmond. May. It's not the first time I've thought about this. She's gonna be buying a house soon too. She's the friend who has a house being built in Africa, which we will be going to next year. And me and her are talking about planning another trip for 2022. So we will see. I know this is a lot, and there really wasn't too much intention behind it. It's more of not, I hate saying progress because I keep saying that. This day turned out good, and I was able to take something away from it positive, whereas I could have let my mindset dictate how the rest of my day was going to go, and it would have been went downhill. But I didn't do that, and I'm proud of myself for that. That is progress. Yeah. Anyway, dears, like I said, I'm going to go and wake up early and I'm going to go and get some exercise in the morning. It's going to be nice tomorrow. And I have another outing tomorrow with another young lady. I'm going to be building relationships, going out and stuff. So I'm going to wrap it up. I love my green nails. I will talk to you all soon. When you go and watch my pole dancing or my chair lap dancing, please be kind. take that into consideration that I am not a professional. I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm very new to this. This is class number 2. I am making progress. I can see the good. And just remember that. I'm going to keep going anyway. Good night, dears. Good night.